Hi guys, welcome back to my Colourful Country Life. Today I will be sharing my colouring plans for December. Now I had a tooth pulled this morning, one of my very back molars. So if this video is a little chaotic, that is my reasoning. I'm still a little bit fuzzy in the head and I have a sick kid at home today too. So while he's resting, I thought I'd jump on and film this video. Now, I think I've actually pulled out a reasonable amount of books this month for once, and I haven't taken on any body colours this month in December. December's just so busy for everyone, so I thought I will leave it until the new year and start doing some buddy colours again next year. So I do have 2 whips on the go, which you would have seen in my completed pages video from yesterday. We've got our full book colour along in Rooms of Wonder, our project book in Fragile World, and I've pulled out I think 11 other books as well. I've still got some on my floor because they couldn't all fit on the screen here. I do like to pull out a little more than I know I can complete. It just gives me some choices depending on my moods during the month. I do average around 10 pages a month, but with the upcoming Christmas period, I am expecting it to be a bit less. So if there are any pages you guys would really like to see as colour alongs up on the channel, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make those ones a priority for you after I get through the project book. So let's dive in and take a look at what I'd like to complete this month. First, let's talk about Rooms of Wonder by Joanna Basford, and let me zoom you in a little bit closer. Okay, so this is our only full book colour along on the channel currently. I have, well, technically I've picked out 2 pages, but one of them isn't technically a full colouring page. So this is the page, if I can get to it, there we go. This is the page I picked out here. Obviously, if I can do more, I would love to do more, and I'll show you the other page I picked out in a moment, but I don't know what to call this page. It's sort of a Japanese inspired sweet shop. I'll just move it over there so you can see the other side too. I had this marked last month, but I only got 1 page completed from this book, which was the cake shop in November. So I definitely want to tackle this page in December. And I mentioned in my November plans video the colour palette that I had an idea for this page, and that was to sort of mimic these pastel colours onto this page, so bring these sort of color tones across. Originally when I saw this page I was thinking of reds, blues, greens, golds, those sort of colors, but I think it'd be really nice if I matched it with the pastel tones, and a little bit of a challenge for me as well, because in my mind I am picturing those beautiful rich reds, blues and golds, so trying to get my mind to see it as pastel tones will be a little bit of a challenge, one that I'm up for though, so I'm really interested in doing this page. The next page I tagged was the title page. I think this will be fairly quick, a little fun little page, so maybe I can get both of these done this month. I don't think this will take too long to colour. Now I was also considering starting on this big double page here, so there's 50 little images on this page. I was thinking maybe like 1 a day, but 50 days, that's a long time. I think I could do more than 1 at a time, but I didn't want to do like 1 whole page as 1 video and the other whole page as another video, because they are going to take quite a while to do 1 whole page, I think, in my mind. Just thinking about how long it took me to do other pages like these ones with all the little elements. Like I think 1 page took me 12 days off the top of my head. So it's going to take me most of the month to do, will definitely take me the whole month, I think, to do the whole double page, but at least half of the month to do 1 side. So I also thought about maybe doing like a row at a time. Most likely I will end up doing 1 whole page in 1 video and then the other whole page in another video. But they're just some ideas I've been thinking about. So this might be one that I might tackle in January, because there's a lots going on here, and like I said, it's going to take some time, so that might be something I start in the new year. Now if there are any particular pages in this book that you've been patiently waiting for me to start, please let me know. It is filling up nicely. And what do we have left? So we've got the telephone, the music pages. I'm not really that excited about the music pages, so I have been leaving them to the end, I think. The pineapple. Now, the pineapple will be a really easy one to colour. I was thinking of adding a background to it, but every time I look at this page, next to this page doesn't have a background, so therefore I don't think I'd add a background to this page just so they match. It's just how my brain is working at the moment. Like, I would like the pages to match when it's opened up. I mean, they don't have to, but that's what's going on in my brain right now. These two pages look like they'd be really fun too. This one I do want to add a background to. I don't know how to make that page fun yet. I want to make that page fun and not boring. So I'll have to spend a little time coming up with some ideas. I love this little country kitchen. Lots of little elements here, so I think this would take a while too, maybe. You know what, once you get into it, it probably actually doesn't take that long. So if you colour all the metal elements first, kind of thing, and then have a look at what's next. Maybe have a colour palette of 3 or 4 colours in mind to start and see where it takes you. Metallic objects. I'm not a big steampunk metallic fan. This one would be good to colour to get the double page completed. What else? This is really cute, the cuckoo clock. I don't know about a background on this one. I think it might be... Oh, you know what? You could do some cloud backgrounds or something. Because you've got this little garden behind it. I mean, you could do as if it's hanging on a wall, or maybe do some wooden boards behind it. But I think clouds would look nice. Be quick and simple too. Some outfits there. What else we got? The lock and key. That one's going to be done this month. That one I'm leaving probably till the end. Fruit and veg. Is it fruit and veg or just fruit? It was just fruit. This one I really like. I don't know how to tackle this page yet. I do have a couple of ideas actually on how to make that a little bit more interesting. That one I have ideas for. But I want to colour this page before I colour this page so I can match elements. And the shelves here. Lots of magical stuff, potions, so I want these to be a little bit spooky, I think. Actually, a nice brick wall. Or a broken brick wall like we did here. That might look good. Done. Sewing stuff. This one will be fun. I'm not sure about this one, so I do this side first and then match the cotton and the thread on this page and the wool to the colours I've used on this page. That's the one that I'm thinking of for January, and I think that's it. Yeah, and then we just got the book belongs to, those are all keys. That one I'm thinking of doing, I'm not going to do the inside covers. I'm not colouring the covers at all, but we do have the end page too. So that is Rooms of Wonder by Joanna Basford, and of course all the pages I've coloured in this book so far are up on the channel as colour alongs. There is a playlist for them which I will tag up above, and I'll pop it in the video description too if you want to check that out. Alright, then there is Fragile Worlds by Kirby Roseanne's, which is our project book for the next few months. Now last month we coloured the leopard page here. This is a colour along up on the channel, and I did get some requests to colour the opposite page here, and I definitely will be doing that this month. So I'm going to use my polychromos and my Albrecht Dürers again like I did on this page, and I'm going to match up the background as well so it looks like a double page spread. Every time I see these two pages together, to me it does look like a double page spread. I know it's not, but I'd like to match them. So I'm going to do the sky exactly the same so it looks very cohesive together when you open it up. And these two are actually some of my favourite pages in this book, so I am really looking forward to colouring our little fox here. Page 59. What type of fox is he? Next page, Kaz. Oh, he's not a fox, he's a red panda. He's a red panda. Okay. Helping to maintain the bamboo plants in the forest. They don't look like bamboo plants. Deforestation through logging. I probably will use a similar colour on the trees as well, so it matches. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to colouring this page. This book is starting to fill up now as well, which is wonderful to see. We've still got a few more pages we can get coloured in this book too before Dark Fairy Tales comes out in March of 2025, which I'm super excited for. And of course, even though Dark Fairy Tales is coming out, and I do believe it will most likely be a full book colour along, it doesn't mean that we have to stop colouring in Fragile Worlds or any of the other Kirby books too, or any books really. So we've got Rooms of Wonder as our current only full book colour along, and hopefully Dark Fairy Tales will be our second one. So I limit it to 2 at a time. So once Rooms of Wonder is complete, then we'll pick another full book colour along. And I'd like to do one from a different artist, so not a Joanna Basford and not a Kirby Roseanne's, I think. Although Joanna Basford has a new book coming out at the end of next year, which I believe is about flowers and insects, and I love her World of Flowers books. That was one of my favourites. Still is actually one of my favourite Joanna books. So that could be on the list. I know I say a new artist. I have been looking at Hanna Karlzon and Maria Trolle books and Rita Berman books. And what was the other book I was looking at? Was it Romantic Countries? One of the Romantic Countries. So they have been on my mind for full book colour alongs, but I'm not ruling out the new Joanna book too from next year. Not the current new book, but next year's new book. Yeah, so that is Fragile World by Kirby Roseanne's. Alright, so next up, let's have a look at my whips. Now, I'm actually not counting these as part of my 10 pages that I normally complete. I don't know why they don't count, but in my head, they just don't count. There's no actual logic behind it, but in my mind, it's 10 pages plus my whips, and that would be my normal completed pages number. I don't know, they just don't count. They will count at the end of the month though, when I'm counting my completed pages, but they just don't count when I'm choosing pages. So, and also, I have mentioned a few times now the number of completed pages for the month in this video. In reality, it actually does not matter how many pages you complete each month, whether you complete 1 page or 20 pages, or even if you just dabble a little on a whip in your spare time and you don't actually get anything completed. It's the amount of joy, not the amount of pages. The only reason that I mention it is because it does give me a rough idea of how many colour alongs I might be able to commit to doing for the month, for the channel, for you guys. So that's the only reason I mention it, but it actually does not matter one iota how many pages you get done in a month, as long as you're having fun. That's all that matters. So back to Serenity. So I'm currently working on this page, and thank you to the lovely person who reminded me again of the type of flower that's in her hair. I did look up bat flowers on Pinterest, and they're really beautiful. Lots of deep purples and blacks. Actually, Kylie, you mentioned that you have one, so I would love to see a photo of that to see what yours looks like too. So these parts here, I originally thought they were leaves, but they're actually petals, and I've seen them in shades of the purplish black, but also white as well. So I think I'm going to aim for a deep purple tone. I think that's going to suit my page a bit better. And then maybe I will use a similar but a little bit different shade of purple for her dress as well, just to bring it together and add a little bit of cohesion. I am going to use some soft pastels for the background. I'll decide on the background colour once the rest of the page is complete though, so I can get a better idea of what will match. I just want a colour in the background that is going to be soft and very much be in the background. I don't want it to stand out whatsoever. I want it to bring the focus to our beautiful woman here and have her pop off the page. So it will be something nice and soft, I think. Yeah, so that is my whip. I'm almost finished with her hair. That's been taking a while, and I think I'll finish her face off first, do the flower, and then from there we'll do the dress and then work on the background. So that is where I'm up to in Serenity. And Serenity is by Anastasia Eli Koldareva. So my other whip is in Rhapsody in the Forest by Kanoko Uguso. and this is the page I'm currently working on. Now, I mentioned in the completed pages video for November that I was following along with Chris Cheng on this one, and I'll link Chris's video for this page down below if you want to check it out as well. She actually has videos on both the images. For now, I'm just going to stick to the bird illustration. It was just trying to colour on the sort of toned tanned paper and see how the pencils reacted to this paper too. It's very thick, very toothy. So I just want to play around with that, see how that worked out. There is actually another page in this book that I had my eye on as well. Now, I mentioned it in my completed pages too. Where is it? This one here, the reindeer page. If anybody is interested in a colour along for this page, please let me know. I think this page looks like a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of the pattern on the front of a Christmas jumper or a Christmas sweater. We could do a contrasting palette between the pattern background and the reindeer here to make them stand out, and this sort of circular pattern will pop off the page and have the pattern background sort of fade into the background. I think that'd look nice. So let me know if you are interested in a colour along for this page down in the comments. So that is my whip over here from Kanoko Uguso, and that is a potential colour along for December as well. So that is Rhapsody in the Forest. So all the books I've mentioned so far will definitely be worked on this month in some form or another. And the next lot of books I'm about to show you are just books that I would like to colour in this month. So let me know if any of these catch your eye, and if there's something you'd like to see as a colour along, I would love to know. Let me know down in the comments and I will see what I can do this month. So first up, let's take a look at Magical World by Joanna Basford here. Being a new book, there's actually quite a few pages that are catching my eye at the moment. The first one is this underwater page here. Now, I have picked a mix of Christmassy and non-Christmassy pages this month. Obviously, this is one of the non-Christmassy pages, although it is summer here, so ocean themed pages are kind of relevant to an Aussie Christmas. Maybe we need to change the seahorse here into a scuba diving Santa. Maybe I can draw a Santa hat onto the seahorse or something, but this page looks like a lot of fun. You all know I love ocean pages. There is so much coral on this page, so of course I need to make it bright and colourful. We've got some underwater candles too, which are giving off some light sources to play with against the house and also the ocean background as well. I can picture just how vibrant and cheerful this page is going to look when it's completed as well. Now, there is another page, actually there's a couple of pages that I also have my eye on. So this, I think actually, so if I do, this is the one I really want to do first out of the two underwater pages. But if I do this page, I think I'd like to match this page. I'm just looking at it now. And the border, the coral along the border is exactly the same. So I do the exact same borders, the same water, and then maybe the island here, the same colours as the sort of sandy ground here. And then these corals, the same as these corals. And then these leafy bits, the same as these leafy bits. Yeah. Then we've got fish here, turtle, crab. Yeah, all the fish, all the sea life is different, but yeah, the border matches, and I just noticed that now. So, yeah, I would match those two pages. This is the one I'm really drawn to at the moment, but further down the track, I would obviously like to do both. Next page that I have my eye on is the Candyland page, and I'll just check that you can see that in the camera because the sun is so bright I can't actually see my camera. So the Candyland page. Now this page is just magical. There is so much potential for playing with fun color combinations on here, and it gives me a wintry Christmassy vibe. I think it's the dripping icing, it's giving snow. But I see this as really colorful, but it is giving me a wintry vibe at the same time, and it's just beautiful. I can just see an explosion of color on this page. And I do have another page here. And it's this page here, the rabbit page. I have had my eye on this page for a while. It is still calling out to me. I'm thinking more of an autumnal feel for this page though. Now, I'm not a seasonal colorist, so I'm more than happy with using an autumnal palette in the summertime. I mean, a spring palette would work as well, but in my head, I can see this as an autumnal page. So those three are my choices to colour for December in Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. If there's any in here that you would like as a colour along, or if you'd like them all, which one would you prefer first? Let me know in the comments section. So that is Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. Next, I've pulled out Mythographic Artists Vault, and I did pull this out for last month and I didn't get a chance to colour in it. This is the only uncoloured book I have in my collection at the moment, so it would be great to get a page completed and have no uncoloured books in my collection. That is the dream. Now, I have actually picked a new page for this month, different from last month's choices. Actually, that looks like it'll be a fun, icy page to do. But this is the one I picked out here by Fabiana Atanasio. Now, if any avid mythographic fans know which book this page could be from, I would love to know. If you can let me know in the comments, that would be great. And that way, if I do decide to do a colour along for this page, maybe people might be able to follow along if they have the original book, if they don't have access to the Mythographic Artists Vault, which is only available in the US in Walmart. I know someone out there will know the answer. So if someone can let me know if this is in a book already. It may be an illustration that hasn't been published before. It could be one from the vault, but I'm not sure. Like I've mentioned before, I only actually own one mythographic book, which is Magical Earth. So not quite sure if this has already been published prior in another book. But I think this would be really fun to colour. I still have the other two pictures tagged from last month as options as well, so I guess it's just going to be a matter of what I feel like colouring when I get to the book. But this is a beautiful wooden cabin, snowy feel. That'd be a fun wintry page. That's a really cute page too. I've still got the lock here from Joseph Kattenbang. That is from an existing book, Labyrinth, if I remember off the top of my head. And there's the unicorns here, which is not in an existing book. So these are the three pages that I've marked. That was the one I was going to do last month, but I am leaning heavily towards this one for this month. I really love colouring snow, so I think this would be really fun to colour. So they are my options from Mythographic Artists Vault for December. Now, next up, I've actually picked out a page from Romantic Country's Third Tale by Eerie. And the page that has caught my eye this month is this one here with the twins picking out their fir tree for Christmas. Now, there's not too many details on this page. It's mostly greenery and snow. I still think it'd be a great page to colour, but because there isn't that much happening, it probably wouldn't take too long to colour. Famous last words. I have only coloured 2 pages in this book so far. One of them was the Santa's mailbox page, and then the other was a Halloween page. So it would be nice to get a few more pages done in this book. So this is an option. This sort of ice skating page would work as well, but I really like this one. So that is Romantic Country, The Third Tale by Eerie. Yeah, I think that'll be a really cool one to colour. Now, I've also gone and pulled out a Clara Markova book, and this is Fairy Celebrations. Now, I don't colour in my Clara books near enough, so I have chosen a page from this book today, and I love that it's artsy as well as being Christmassy. It looks like a paint set, but it also looks like food colouring for the icing as well. It's very festive, perfect for December, I think. Be great to get another page completed in this book. I think this is actually my most coloured in Clara book. Are they the only pages I've done? I'm sure I've done more. See, look how empty it is. This is my most coloured in Clara book, and I've done 3 pages. 3 or 4 pages in it. I need to colour in them more. I did say to myself that I wasn't going to purchase the new Clara book. They're so expensive to get to Australia. I think the last one cost me about $110, $120 to get it here. So I said to myself I wouldn't purchase any more until I've coloured more in these ones. So I have seen her new book, but I haven't purchased it yet. Holding off until I colour some more in her books and fill them up, because a couple of her books I've only done 1 page in, so I do need to colour some more. This one I really love, so if you want to see this as a colour along, let me know. It is definitely high on my list for this month. So that is Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova. Now it also feels like it's been a really long time since I coloured in any of Rita Berman's books, so I have pulled out her winter book for December, and I have picked out a double page spread, which is this one here. So it's got sort of like a Northern Lights sky background, and I'm picturing this here as hot springs rather than an icy lake. I actually don't think this would take too long to complete. I've said that a few times already this video, but even though it is a double page spread, we've got most of the sky completed already. I think for the Northern Lights, I'd use some pencils and then maybe scatter in a mix of gel pens just to give it a bit of a glittery glow as well. And then we've got sort of like icy mountains, snow, and then the water here for the hot springs, and then our little village. I don't think it'd take too long to do. Yeah. So that would be nice. I think I've coloured, I know I've coloured that page. That was the colour along up on the channel from last Christmas, I think. And I think that's all I've done. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So that could be my second page completed in this book. Okay, so now I have put out 2 Hanna Karlzon books this month, and the first one is God Jul or Merry Christmas, which is her new release. This is the Swedish edition from iMusic, and the English edition will be available on Amazon in 2025. So now I am obsessed with the 2 double page spreads from the front of this book. I definitely won't have time to do both of them, but I would like to complete at least one. I know a lot of people haven't gotten this book yet though, so I'm not sure if anyone's interested in a colour along or not. But look at this. This is such a pretty village scene. It actually looks like something out of a Hallmark movie. I can just see all the beautiful windows all lit up. Nice dark blue sky, I'm thinking. Snow everywhere. We've got the greenery for the trees. I think with the houses, I'm just trying to think of the colours for the houses. I think they look fun in all different colours. Actually sort of like terracottas, greens, so not bright, vibrant colours, but like maybe blues, terracottas, some greens, those sort of colours. Yeah. And the other one is really pretty too. And it actually looks like Christmas market stores. It's this one here. I love this page too. This looks really fun. We've got lots of colour here, lots of Christmas lights as well. This one will be really colourful, but we've still got the maybe a night sky because we've got stars up there in the sky. Lots of snow down here, but this could be really colourful here in the centre. And lots of fun things on here, so we can play with the light sources from the Christmas lights. We've got the steam here from the food as well coming up. Maybe some metallics here for these little balls. Yeah. Look at the little bird. Beautiful pages. So this one and that one. As soon as I saw this book, these are the 2 pages that I really wanted to colour. They will take some time though, so like I said, I'd only be able to do one, but I am hoping to get one of them done in December. I just don't know which one. They're both so beautiful. Part of me is leaning more towards this one, but then I really love this page too. Yeah. So that is God Jul by Hanna Karlzon, and the other Hanna book I pulled out is Seasons. Now The page I have chosen is a double page spread, and it is this one here. There's lots of snowflakes. We've got lots of stars as well on this page. I can see different shades of blues and some golden tones too. So for her hair, and the candles as well. So we've got lots of candlelight here. And then on what I imagine is her shoulders, we've got some more candles here. It's giving Elsa. It's giving me Elsa vibes. I think this would be really fun. I can see lots of sparkle as well on this page, lots of glittery accents. So yeah, that is another option. And I know probably more people will have this Hanna book than the other Hanna book. So let me know if it's something you're interested in colouring in as well. So that is Seasons. All right, now this next book I have pulled out the last few months and I just never seem to get around to colouring in it. And I do really want to get some more pages coloured in this book. So I have pulled it out again for December. And that is Wildflower Folk by Christine Caron. And I've picked out 2 new pages this month that have been calling to me. Yes, this is one of them, Small Wonders. And this is another wintry page. I'm picturing her outfit in either a vibrant red or a nice cool pale blue. I could go a number of different ways with this colour palette. I can envision this page completed in multiple different ways. So it is a possibility. We've got some snowy mountains here, some snowflakes in the sky. So, I mean, it could be really dark with a deep night sky. We've got an owl that we could make really dark as well. So you could actually make this more, I was going to say creepy, but it's not really creepy, just really dark and moody. Or you can make it bright and colourful with a bright red dress, or even green. Or you could do her in red and the baby here in green and make it really bright and stand out. Or you could do like pale blues, golds, those sort of colours, and have it like a nice light cool wintry page. So many different ways. But I did pick out another page, and where is it? This one here, the Sugar Plum Fairy. So this one looks like a fun one to colour. Now, we do have some interesting items on this page. We've got the fairy wings. We've got this sheer cloth as well to colour. So there's a few different things here that will be fun and interesting. So that is another option. I am picturing her outfit in a pale blue as well. Yeah. So that's 2 options there from Wildflower Folk by Christine Caron. All right, so next up I actually have Mythomorphia by Kirby Roseannes. Now, the page I've chosen is definitely not a Christmassy, but it is wintry. So, this is the page here, the Yeti double page. Now, I do actually enjoy colouring snow. I may not by the time December is finished though, because I have picked out quite a few snowy scenes this month. But this is a really cool double page spread. I'd love to complete it and get another page done in Mythomorphia too. This is one of my favourite Kirby books. I think this is a lot of fun. They've got so many fun things happening on this page. Oh, this is one of the ones with hidden objects. Got a little glove. This is one of the ones with hidden objects. Is that the only one? Yeah. But we could have a lot of fun here with the night sky, and then whatever colour we use on the sky, we could sort of bounce that off these snowy mountains. So the colour is bouncing off the snow. And same with the other elements too on the page. I do love this page. So if you're interested in a Mythomorphia page, well, let me know. Now, next up I have Sägen, which is by Maria Trolle. It's her new book, and I adore this book. It's one of my favourite, probably my most favourite Maria Trolle book. And I've tagged the Little Red Riding Hood page. Now, this caught my eye last month and was almost my first page from this book. I'm still really drawn to it. This is another option for me for December. And then maybe I'll colour the opposite page as well to match, as each double page opening in this book is from the same fairy tale. So every time you open up your pages, the two images are from the same fairy tale, so you can match them somewhat throughout the book. That's my plan going forwards anyway. But yeah, this is the page that I'd really like to colour next, I think. So I coloured one in November, which was the brother and sister fairy tale, wherever that happens to be, somewhere. And then Little Red Riding Hood was my next choice, so that could be an option for December. I don't know how many people actually have their book yet, so I don't know if you want that to be a colour along or not. So if you do, let me know. So that is Sägen by Maria Trolle, and the last page I have pulled out this month is from Flowerscape in Paradise by Maggie and Terrius. It has been a long time since I pulled out this book, and the page I have my eye on is back here somewhere. Oops. This one here, the hibiscus page. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen this book before, you can scan the QR code here and it'll actually give you a colour reference for the page to give you inspiration. Basically, it's going to show you images of the flowers or plants that are pictured on the page. So whatever is featured on this side, the hibiscus and this sunburst flower here, when you do the QR code, it'll show you some colour inspiration for those flowers. And it's the same with all the pages in this book. So anything that's on here, when you do the QR code, it will tell you what, or give you an illustration of the colours. So I have done a couple in this book, but I haven't picked it up in a long time. Yeah, so that would be fun. It's a little bit more summery page for us here in the Southern Hemisphere, rather than all the snow that I've picked out. So that could be a fun option as well for the month of December. Yeah, so that is Flowerscape in Paradise by Maggie and Terrius. Alright, so those are my colouring plans for December. Like I said earlier, I would love to know your thoughts. What would you like to see as a colour along on the channel this month? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, what are you guys going to be colouring this month? Are you seasonal colourists? Have you got your Christmas books ready to go? Have you started your Christmas colouring already? Obviously, I'm not going to get through all of the books I've pulled out. What did I say? I pulled out 11. I should get through quite a few of them though. Like I said, I average about 10. This month I expect less, maybe 7 to 8. So I should get through quite a few of those books. Some I'll colour on my own, some I'll do as colour alongs. Just let me know which ones you want to see. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too chaotic or rambly. Happy colouring and bye for now.